Welcome to your daily focus for March the 12th, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Thank you so, so much. Now let's see what the cards are going to reveal about the energy that surrounds us so that we can move forward in a positive light. Look at this, the Nine of Wands. We're ready to go forward. We're ready for that new moon. We are ready to plant our seeds. We will be very grounded, and we feel very grounded today. We also feel very courageous today, or illuminated today. The King of Swords. King of Swords is in the middle, asking us to step forward, making a commitment. Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is shooting our sights forward. Let's stop there. Some beautiful energy then today. Absolutely. Now, the Nine of Wands is telling us nines are the completions of paths, right? As we go 7, 8, 9, 10. So 9 is we are getting ready for our new path. The sun is coming up for our tomorrow. We wear red for our courage, for our passion, and we have brown pants on. So grounded. So it's very important to stay grounded today through meditation, reflection, prayer. Get out in nature. Silence your world for a minute or two and just a couple of deep breaths in and release. Imagining that negativity to go out. And some people have a hard time with that, letting that negative energy release, because they think, I don't want to throw that negative energy out into the world. So surround yourself with a beautiful white divine light. So when you do those breathing exercises, that divine light just takes that and dissipates that negative energy into nothing. Or better yet, reforms it into beautiful, transcendent energy. So the other ones behind us, the other 8, are the other paths we have walked, or the paths that we have walked in order to get here, to this point in time. Now they all have growth. You don't have flowers. A few are really rough, hard paths, but most have the beautiful flowers as well, telling us that those lessons are alive in us in order to bring that wisdom to the forefront when we need it. So when we stay grounded, when we don't jump into things just because they look good at the time, we don't give it any thought. We turn off our inner voice and say, yeah, I want to do that. And that little part of you inside said, no, 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 you're not going to like this. And then we go, why didn't I listen to myself? I knew it was going to end bad. Why did I do this to myself? Why did I go down that path? Because I've already walked it. I already knew. King of Swords is in the middle. We have 2 ones on each side of the swords. This is asking us to step forward and make a commitment to cross over that line in the sand that prevents us from moving forward. A fear, a worry, a concern, an anxiety, an excuse. Excuses are lies just wrapped up in reasons. So you can do it if you want. Zig Ziglar. He put out a book. I read it years and years and years ago, and it was so fabulous, page to page. But one of the stories I remember from that book is he was selling things out of his, he was a door-to-door salesman. And he showed up at this couple's home and he brought out, I don't know, the encyclopedias or whatever it was, of the vacuum, trying to sell these people. And they said, well, we just don't have the money. And well, that's fine. And Zig started packing up his stuff, and the husband offered to help him out to his car with all of his equipment and his boxes. And when he opened up the trunk, the husband said, "Well, what's that?" And he said, "Oh, that's China sets." He says, "Oh, my wife has always wanted a China set. How much is that China set?" And he made that sale. So 5 minutes prior, they didn't have enough money to buy whatever he was offering at the time. But when they saw something that they wanted, all of a sudden the money appeared. Many times we don't believe in ourselves enough to think that we can actually step into those dreams and those goals. And that's why it's so important to have that self-love and to commit to yourself. And the King of Swords asks you to commit to yourself, to move forward, to step past your fears. And my meditation after meditation after meditation since the beginning of the year has been that the stepping through the fear is the hardest part of the journey. Not to say the rest of it is easy. But it's that inner fight, that heart over ego. Your heart knows what it wants to do. Your ego keeps you in place. Eight of Wands. I kind of get the gentlemen, start your engines. Kind of, we're at the starting line. We are ready to go forward. We are waiting for that pistol to go off so that we can accelerate and move forward. And so we may be feeling that way today. And this is definitely asking us to look futuristic, to set our sights, our goals, our wants, our dreams in motion in our minds, if not doing something to move us forward. We could actually be, with these cards, actually doing something today to move us forward in a direction. It might just be the recognition of a truth that you've never seen before, realized before, that aha moment, that epiphany that allows you to move forward. It could be that you actually see the fear that has been holding you back and being able to push it out of the way, either through healing or forgiveness to yourself, or maybe forgiveness to another. But this is definitely a move forward kind of day. We feel strong. I mean, with the King of Swords in the middle, we feel strong. We feel empowered. We feel that we can make that commitment. So today is not a day to take it easy and rest, but to go after goals and dreams and desires. But remember, with the Nine of Wands, we are grounded. So if something comes up wonderful and exciting, say, has this been part of my plan? Could this be part of my plan? Question it in some way, in some manner. Ask a couple of questions before you commit to it, okay? Let's get an affirmation card going here. All these cards are big, bulky, and shiny and slippery. I don't know why I did that with that deck, but I did. So, very strong, potent energy to move forward today in some way. If you're confused on the path to take, then definitely meditate, pray, reflect. Open your eyes to what's around you, what God, your angels, your spirit guides are trying to show you, or whisper in your ear. Could definitely be a beautiful action day for many. And it could be, because we're still in that full moon energy, that your action is actually decluttering or getting rid of the extras, simplifying your life in some way. What do you really need in order to go forward? And what are you taking with you that is really dissipating your energy, weighing you down in some way? But it's always kind of been in your life. So You've always just had that extra baggage. Maybe it's time to release that baggage. So our affirmation card is the Nine of Earth. So we have the Nine of Wands, now we have the Nine of Earth. Very much that full moon energy is strong today, isn't it? So it's asking us for closure, completion, getting things off our plate, making room for new adventures, opportunities, relationships, discipline, self-reliance, reliable resources, restraint and self-control, the final stone placed in the foundation. Ooh, do I like the sound of that? The final stone placed in the foundation. I know I can rely on myself and spirit. There are many tools at my disposal, and I use my resources wisely, solidifying the foundation of my security in the material world. I am diligent and disciplined, focused on completing the work I began long ago. I stick to my program, trusting that the plan is unfolding before me exactly as Spirit intends it to. So, I mean, I think I'm going to bookmark this and just read it different points during the day. For all of those of you with phones and you turn off all those notifications, get something kind of childlike, some kind of cute little app that sends cute little messages and, time to play and you just got bonus points. And don't play the game or anything. That's not what I'm encouraging you to do. What I'm encouraging you to do is use that as the signal for you to maybe meditate for a second, deep breathe for a second, affirm something for a second, or do something that you enjoy. That's your break time. Until the next notification comes up, you're going to work hard. So turn those notifications on. Just don't play the game. Do something for you. So I know I can rely on myself and spirit. So the belief in ourselves, the belief that we are protected, that they are in front of us, creating that path for us to step into. There are many tools at my disposal, and I use my resources wisely, solidifying the foundation of my security in the material world. The final stone is placed in the foundation. I am diligent and disciplined, focused on completing the work I began long ago. So it could be cleaning up those old projects. I stick to my program, trusting that the plan is unfolding before me exactly as Spirit intended. So if you just wake up this morning and say, I am diligent and disciplined, what a beautiful affirmation to tell yourself. Because now your mind is going to work towards you actually living up to your truth, which is I am disciplined, or I'm diligent, or I'm loving, or I'm kind, or I'm adventurous. Be careful with that one though. Let's get an animal, shall we? And our animal today is, told you it was an empowering day to step into your tomorrow, to grow your dream, to move past your fears. The phoenix, take flight. The phoenix rising out of the ashes. So the phoenix, when it finishes its path, it bursts into flames. And then from the ashes, a new phoenix is born. So we have all the nines here telling us that we are to be born soon. New birth, rebirth. Take flight. Oh, and I've got it on the peacock. Strut your stuff. There we are. Take flight. Newness, rebirth, change, vividness. When once you have tasted flight, you will always walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward. For there you have been, and there you will always be. Phoenix, Phoenix is helping you shed your old ways in order to prepare you for a new life, one that you have been waiting for. You are on the verge of wonderful. You are on the verge of wonderful. Wake up this morning and say, I am on the verge of wonderful. This is a time of rebirth in order to ready you for the next flight. You could be frightened as you have had to let go of people and things from your old life, but the end result will be well worth it. You may be on the verge of a spiritual awareness. Your dreams, both in sleep and waking, may be more vivid than normal. You may actually be visited by those who have crossed over, as they have messages to share with you on this next step within your life. When you feel a sense of hopelessness, know that you are not lost, but just in a hanging pattern. Be open and receptive that new horizons stand ready and waiting. Go deep within and seek spiritual guidance through meditation, counseling, or just talking with friends, as this will help you see your world in a new light. You have a unique path. Trust and release your fears now. Align yourself with the knowing that all is well. Start a dream journal, keep it on your nightstand, and write down both your conscious and subconscious dreams. So it's a day to get ready to take flight, to move past fears, to believe in yourself, and to know that that path lays in wait for you. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.